I'll be one of the first people to admit that I really don't like flying. I'm not scared of it, but because I find the whole process to really be nothing short of a pain, and well, I find it actually really boring. And this flight really was no exception to that. But it's not every day I travel to Little Rock, Arkansas, and as I've never seen this part of America before, I had a very good reason to go. And that reason was my big sister, Kathleen Cho.
I know, it's so thrilling watching you warm up, isn't it? I need another barbecue today. And I use it to loosen up my back. I seem to hold a lot of tension there, so.
I'm not laughing. I think it's actually cute.
Kathy's career as a professional actor is one that came as a continuation to her years prior working in film and TV production. A graduate of both NYU Tisch and the New School, she's gone from stage to stage, set to set, signed a few autographs, and now is embarking on a new major role as Christmas Eve in the awesome musical that is Avenue Q. With production taking place in Little Rock at Arkansas Rep and 6 shows a week, it was a true milestone for me to witness.
Thank you, dear.
Coming down to see her in Arkansas for the production as a proud sibling was my happy task to represent, along with some of her close childhood friends. And right down the street from us was Arkansas Repertory Theater. Founded in 1976 in a historical building in downtown Little Rock, it was home to nearly 300 productions done since 2007, and was serving as my sister's temporary home base in one of the best iconic musicals ever made.
This is my 10th time auditioning for it. The thing is, if I had booked it right out of grad school, I don't think I would have been in a place to really appreciate it, so it's good that I'm doing it now. I don't know, it's weird. It's nice to know I can do it and just feel like I've got this, which is nice. Which isn't meaning to say that I get on stage and it's perfect, it's far from it, but I find it creatively fulfilling and challenging like no other art form. I think it's the continual challenge that keeps me going, because it's like there's always something you can do, and I know that's the same case for a lot of art forms, like there's always something you can do, but because in theater you just have to kind of let go, and I'm the queen of control, so it's weird that I'm drawn to this art form where the key thing is you do as much as you can and then whatever happens happens.
Avenue Q is one of my favorite musicals and one of the longest running in New York, so this surreal moment was caught as one we could not miss.
You better be good stage. Exactly. It's going to be amazing. No pressure. No pressure, right, exactly. Done.
And it definitely was. But the life of a musical theater actor does come with a new set of life roles, as much of your everyday tools for the job need the extra care.
I was I have a sore throat. She's like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And my father sits down, he's like, so, Charity, what's the matter? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just really tired and my throat is sore, so I'm just going to rest all day. Oh, did you bring amoxicillin? I was like, yes, I did. He's like, okay, take it. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to take antibiotics. He's like, excuse me, do you want to sing? Monday and Tuesday, I didn't talk to anybody. I basically, except when it was absolutely necessary. And then, I was fine Tuesday night. But, that was a lesson. I'm like, okay, I have to sing this song, which is not easy. I have to sing it well. I would be, out. I'd be like, yeah, let's go drinking. Let's do this, let's do that. But I'm like, I don't know. I think it's also my parents coming back, be responsible and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I wake up and I go to the gym.
Despite feeling like a fish out of water at times, Kathy's time in Arkansas has been an enlightening one, particularly with the very visible economic contrast of Little Rock to a very different style of American living.
I was living in Southwest Arkansas, and And he was like, well, look at what they're growing. Cotton, soybeans, corn, like stuff that makes money. It's not like stuff. And I'm really hoping it swings the other way. Just looking at all this land and going, I know so many artists who would like die, you know, to have this amount of land. So many farmers would be like, oh my God, this soil, what can I create with it? And it's just, I don't know. It just makes me think. I was like, I wish there was a program that like, and you know, the place like the Root, which I want to take you to, if we have time.
Oh, shut up. We're making time to go.
We're making time now. That ice cream sandwich was transcendental. Like it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was awesome.
So, like,
More on that awesome ice cream sandwich later. For now, we're going to maximize our time here in Little Rock. First up, taking a walk over to the River Farmers Market. Here since 1974, selling crafts, goods, and some of the absolute greatest produce straight from Arkansas crops to our reach. It's the perfect way to start your day. And in our case, an amazing breakfast. More great food lies ahead, but until then there were things to see in between. And our second destination of the day was quickly going to become one of my favorites. The Old Mill in North Little Rock is a free space for everyone to see, and definitely a beautiful place. Completed in 1933, it was conceived as a dedication to the pioneers of Arkansas. But it has since also served as a movie set, as the opening scenes from Gone with the Wind were also shot here. And if you looked a little closely, you might come across a few surprises.
And just when you think it's all nice, beautiful rocks, they're actually just pieces of gum. It's kind of interesting. Little pieces of Arkansas to stick in Arkansas.
And of course, a beautiful spot like this will always draw out just a little more in you, like so.
Everyone here is taking really nice engagement pictures, and we're just being dorks.
Mm-hmm.
Taking,
Yeah.
you know, Miyazaki,
Sometimes that's
like,
just a
we're
little more fun.
We're pretending we're Lord of the Rings / Miyazaki. But what Miyazaki movie would we be in?
Good time at the Little Rock Old Mill. It's very cool stuff.
But also when in Little Rock, this might be the inevitable trip. The Clinton Museum. Yep, that Clinton. A museum devoted to the former president and his 8-year term, as well as his time as the governor of Arkansas, and other fantastic American exhibits. But when that's all done, it's time to chow. And over here at Whole Hog Cafe, that is no exceptional rule. It is synonymous with Little Rock as Shake Shack is to New York, as In-N-Out is to LA. You get the idea. Taking top prizes for their barbecue both in Arkansas and Memphis, famous for its 7 sauces, their pulled pork nachos, and their whole hog platter, I'm telling you, you will leave this memory stamped right on your brain. But another place you must remember is Simms Barbecue. My first meal off the plane, it's still a food memory I salivate just thinking about, with meat practically melting off those ribs. But above all, one treat that I simply will never forget was coming here, the Green Corner Store. Set up as a soda fountain and a store, it promoted environmentally friendly local-made goods, and most of all, the most important thing of all, Lob Lolly ice cream. Local ice cream is great, yes. You might already have it, sure. But Lob Lolly's standard of ice cream flavors, ingredients, as well as fantastic ice cream sandwiches with cookies made in-house, I can't. With a great roundup of good food and good times in a new place, it's more juice to boost your creative flow. I might not be able to have the fantastic goods of Arkansas that I so enjoyed again, but in the meantime, memory could serve me well with local fare, with inspirations, perspirations, and 7 pounds of fresh blueberries picked back home. All that fruit with some great additions can spark plenty of things, but there were really only two that I had on my mind. And I suppose I very much have Little Rock to thank for giving me the incentive to make both. Fresh pear sorbet and blueberry muffin ice cream, both made with love.
It is surprisingly hotter here today than it is in the south. But we got a cooler full of icy stuff and hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully.
And as Kathy made her way back home after her time in Little Rock was also done, it was the perfect time to have them, serving up old and new memories. It wasn't going to be the real loblolly, but serving up to some of my most honest food critics in my life, we'll see if they find this piece of my Arkansas love a delicious one.
And you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's music.
That's sorbet.
So that's the pear sorbet? Pear. Because my husband loves pears.
I like ice cream better.
Yeah. That's why you live a happy life.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
It's real fresh.
Yeah.
Oh!
Because Caroline made it.
That blueberry ice cream is delicious.
Mm,
You're the guest of honor.
thank you.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll dump this in here.
Oh, the sorbet is really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ice cream too much.
Sorbet is healthier, mother.
Got rhythm, I got music, and I got my.
How big your presents?
1,000 people?
You suck.
1,000?
Why do I? Because I'm trying to train for a race and I'm like eating ice cream. So good.
Yes, cheers.
So there you have it. A trip to Little Rock in a nutshell. And I must say, it was a very fantastic time. It's a city which has much heart and one that will hopefully carry onward with endless possibilities.
From all of us here, stay cool.
God bless. God bless.
Korean people are awesome.
Amen.